South Africa, Renault is best known for its compact cars, models like the Twingo, the Megane and the Clio, which might explain why the larger Renaults like the Laguna and the Valsata simply haven't enjoyed the same success. Now that might all change with the advent of a car like this, the Laguna Coupe, and mainly because of its premium packaging and also because it is the new flagship of the Renault range. A flagship car deserves special attention, and that's exactly what the Laguna Coupe is being afforded at Renault dealers. It gets to occupy its own demarcated space on showroom floors and is supported by a dedicated sales and service team. As a result, Laguna Coupe customers can expect red carpet treatment, even more so, says Renault, than buyers of its mainstream product range. But what makes this car so special? Is it merely a case of handsome styling and low-volume exclusivity? Or is there more to this two-door than obvious French flair? Beautiful is the best word to describe the design of the Renault Laguna Coupe. It fascinates and intrigues from every angle and offers a heady mix of technology and performance. But most of all, this is a car that promises a great drive. Those dynamic intentions are convincingly expressed by the sleek, wind-cheating shape. The Laguna Coupe shows off a styling approach that may be less individual than some of Renault's previous avant-garde designs, but manages to link fluid, clean aesthetics to a performance-inspired personality. This is a car that oozes movement and momentum, with elements such as the big alloy wheels, short overhangs, chiseled contours and twin exhausts all indicating an appetite for pace. But it also expresses a certain individuality and sophistication that sets it apart from the coupe crowd. It's an upper-class attitude that's also reflected inside the two-door. As befits a flagship car, the emphasis here is on premium materials and sophisticated features. The quality is tangible and the execution innovative without becoming too gimmicky. In fact, the overall feeling here is one of elegance. The Laguna Coupe's designers have managed to create a feel-good cabin that delivers on the luxury and comfort fronts, yet manages to provide a user-friendly and ergonomically efficient driving environment. The result is a cockpit in which both driver and occupants feel instantly at home. And while the list of bells and whistles is a comprehensive one, accessing those features is an intuitive process. Reassuringly, there's a pervading sense of premium quality thanks to the oiled precision of the switchgear and the solid, chunky feel of tangible components such as the door handles, the seats and the steering wheel. Combining classy materials with high-tech surfaces ensures a visually intriguing ambiance that suits the Laguna's advanced image to a T. Accommodation is roomy up front, but as is so often the case, the coupe's rear occupants will find conditions somewhat more cramped and claustrophobic. You'll fit 2 adults on the sculpted bench seat, but we treat the Laguna as a 2+2 for all realistic intents and purposes. So we've got drop-dead gorgeous looks and a comfortable, well-kitted-out cabin, but what about the car's mechanical underpinnings? The Laguna Coupe uses a 3.5-litre V6 engine borrowed from close ally Nissan, but specifically tweaked for its use in this car. It produces 175 kilowatts of maximum power, 330 newton meters of torque, and because it's Euro 5 compliant, it's pretty fuel efficient too. It's also the only engine on offer, underscoring the Laguna's top-end positioning, where the creamy delivery of a V6 is more preferable to the less refined thrust of a 2-litre turbo, for instance. Besides, it provides ample urge too. On the move, the Laguna Coupe is so refined and so composed that it's actually easy to underestimate how fast you're really going. But in reality, this car is no slouch. The 0-100 time 7.4 seconds, the top speed of 244 kilometers an hour, and in terms of fuel efficiency, 10 liters per 100 in the combined cycle. So far, so good, but this flagship Renault suffers one vital flaw, the automatic transmission. There's really no excuse for an autobox that changes gears as tentatively as this one. Given its very real dynamic talents, the Laguna deserves a quick, incisive shift action and shift paddles on the steering column. As it stands, the gearbox gets in the way of what is a talented coupe in all other respects, including a class-leading chassis. One of the highlights of the Laguna Coupe is the 4-control chassis and its 4-wheel steering system. Now, the way the steering system works is that if you're in a parking lot driving obviously at low speed and you turn the wheel, the rear wheels will actually turn in the opposite direction to the fronts, which aids maneuverability by reducing the turning circle. But if you're driving at high speed and you're approaching a high-speed sweep, the opposite happens. In other words, the rear wheels turn in the same direction as the front, which aids stability. The result is absolutely superior handling, with margins of grip and composure unmatched in this category. It truly sets this Renault apart from its rivals. The Laguna Coupe is meant to prove that Renault can build a premium car that rivals the very best. And certainly in terms of technology, in terms of quality, and also in terms of handling, it does tick all those boxes. But this car really deserves a better automatic gearbox. That advanced technology is also costly is underscored by the Coupe's price tag, which positions it directly against established luxury brands. But the Renault's uniqueness and its convincing execution make it an intriguing alternative to conventional two-door options. A creamy V6, arresting styling and advanced 4-wheel steering combine to provide a dynamically satisfying package that oozes luxury and sophistication too. The outstanding chassis is unique in this segment, but the Renault deserves a more advanced gearbox, especially considering the league it's competing in.